Howdy y'all, my name is Jababbo, or as my friends call me, Jab. I'm here to share an adventure with you. I've got tired of working in the regular world and just 9 to 5 in it and working in the corporate business and just, not dealing with politics and backstabbing and, all the other weird stuff that comes in the workplace. I've decided I want to go back to my roots, right? I just want to be my own boss. I've decided why not do it in farming. So I'm going to share a journey with you, an adventure, so to speak. Let's just say that we're going into this optimistically. However, there could be some issues that we run into. How hard can farming be? I see people do it on YouTube all the time. How complicated can it be? Well, those may be famous last words. All right, so we're in here in Canada, and just to give you a little backstory, we own no land, right? We own no equipment, and we have $100,000 in our pocket, but that's basically because we convinced a bank to give us money. So basically, we started off with no money either. All I got is the clothes on my back and, a credit account. Can we take this humble beginnings and make it into a thriving farm and a business? Who knows, but we're going to give it a try. All right, so we have some rules. What are the rules? Oh, you're just like, hang on a second, prove to us that you don't have any land and all that other stuff. You know what? Not a problem. Let's come into here and look, no vehicles. If we go onto the map, no land. And if we go into finances, there we go. There's our 100,000 that we have because of loan. All right, cool. So we did that. What are the rules to this challenge? All right, well, basically this is rags to riches. This is my take on rags to riches. And the rules are just simply this, right? We start off with no land, no equipment, no money, and a $100,000 loan. Not allowed to take any more loans. Not allowed to lease anything either because, our credit's maxed out. We have to own our own equipment to do contracts, right? Because we're new in town and no one trusts us, right? We're in Canada and, let's be honest. The Canadians don't trust Jab too much right now. So there's the rules. We're going to do things realistic, like as much as I possibly can. What are the goals for today's episode? Well, tell you the rules. So we have accomplished one thing. We need to get a starter tractor. We need to figure out a way of making some money. And we need to find a place to park our equipment and sleep. So there we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the shop and we're going to spend some money. I was looking at the Landiti and I was just like, this would kind of be cool. But the problem with this is SM all. It is small, right? It's 70 horsepower. We could look into the used equipment. And that Massey Ferguson for $65,000 is tempting, but that's a big chunk of our money. And by the time it's said and done, we're looking at 71 grand. I don't think that's as much as I would love to go that way. Not a way to go. So I am thinking that maybe the John Deere 3650 is the direction for us to go. Let's stop and think about it. It's got a 3-point hitch on the front and the back, right? It gives us a lot of flexibility. It is 116 horsepower. That gives us a little bit of power to work with. The downside is we can't upgrade the motor. The good side is we can throw a front loader on it, and a front loader is very important. So we'll go ahead and we'll buy that. All right, so tractor's done. Let's look at contracts that are available for us. All right, talk to me, Goose. All right, we've got fertilizing contracts. So we've got, all right. So we got fertilizing contracts that are available for us. There is bale wrapping, mowing, spraying, weeding. Now the thing with fertilizing is, we could also do liming. So if we're going to do liming, fertilizing and liming contracts in the future, we need to look at fertilizer spreaders. This would be cool. However, that doesn't hold a whole lot. I am thinking, is it this one I want? Or do I want this one? If we look at this one, actually, that would be cool, but that's for 5,000. I think actually this one is better for 7,000. It has wheels, but the biggest thing is it has a pin hitch on it, and this is going to be extremely important for us. So let's go ahead and buy this. We're going to need to get a trailer. So where are the trailers at? Here they are. And I am looking for, is this the one I want that configures? Yeah. All right, there we go. It has a pin hitch, and we can configure it to a bunch of different things that we need. So we'll go ahead and buy that. And if we got a trailer, we're going to need forks for our deer. So we'll come in here, let's see if we can get color. Oh, good. The color doesn't cost us anything. There we go. It matches. We'll go ahead and buy that. And we need a set of pallet forks. And there we go. Unfortunately, we can't color them. It happens. And the last thing we need is we're going to need some fertilizer. Where is fertilizer at? That's seeds, consumables. Let's go with 4 bags of fertilizer. And just like that, our balance is down to 25 grand, right? We spent quite a bit, but let's go look at what we got. All right, you're just like, Jab, why did you do this? And, I'll break it down to you really quick. It's simply this. I can take this, right? Hook this up to this, provided I can drive, and then we can hook this up to this, right? Yep. All right. Yep. We'll get there. Well, slowly we'll get there. Yeah. Talk to me. And just like that, all right, we've got a nice setup. All right, we can put our stuff on the trailer. We can use the forks to load it, and we can pull this whole assembly line down to wherever we're working. So let me go ahead and get the forks, and I'll show you how this works. Now I'm going to tell you, I do play on mouse and keyboard, and so working the front loader isn't something I normally do, right? I don't, at all. So this is going to be a new experience for me. I can work it, it's just that I'm not very good at it. So, be patient with me. But the premise is simply this, right? I can load these bad boys up. This particular spreader, you can't fill from the ground, right? You can't just hit the R button. I have to do it this way. Not exactly sure why it's that way, but you know what? Hey, it's fine, right? So we'll just pop that in there like that. And look at that, it took one. Let's go ahead and get another one in. Come on now. And it should take half of this. And then I'll have 2.5 left over to refill in the future. I'm hoping that that this is more than enough to do the next. There we go. All right, so, and then after that, all I have to do is put these bad boys on the trailer, like, yo. All right. Don't break anything. Good. It didn't poke a hole in it. Now all I have to do is just, you know, hey, drop it down like so, and we'll get all of them on there. And yeah, give me a second. We'll be right back. All right, just like that, we got it all loaded up. It's just ready to go. So now all we got to do is pull out our cell phone and check out what the ability is for contracts. And we're going to go ahead and accept the 3 contracts that are here. So there's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. All right, now we have to go onto the map and go, all right, where are they located? Fortunately enough, one is right next to us. There's the other one, and there's the third one. Hey. So let's load up and let's head over and let's get this party started. I believe that we should. Is it this one right here? Let me pop up the map. It is this one right here. You know what? We'll just come off to the side here like this so I can show you the beauty of this setup. And we can disconnect the trailer. I can pull forward. And hopefully, right, I can disconnect these quick forks. Yeah, just like that. And now we've just got the tractor and the spreader set up. So now all I have to do is come to the edge of the field. The tractor did come with a GPS setting. So now all we have to do is get this going, and let's see, 2 headlands up and down for steering assist, I believe is perfectly okay with me. All right, the system is programmed, and let's inch into the field. We'll lock onto the line, we'll turn that on, we'll hit the throttle, and away we go. So it's pretty simple. All I have to do is follow the GPS in the cab, right? It's gonna let me know when it's time to turn. It's simple. This is modern technology at its finest, and yeah, it actually works like this. I had been to the Case IH factory in Wisconsin and had an opportunity to drive their equipment, and yeah, it's just as simple as this, and it does make the bleep noises. So yeah, all right guys, let's get this started, and we'll see y'all here in a little bit. good news and bad news. Bad news first. Not quite enough to finish the field. But that's okay. We have more on the trailer. We can just, you know, top it off. The good news is that we ended up on the end of the row instead of the middle of the field, so it's easier to pick up. I am extremely happy with the way this is working. She's going on her maiden voyage, and really there's no major issues. It's going far better than I anticipated. The fields are large here. I noticed on the map there are smaller fields. So I am happy that we did pick the. Imagine if we were going with a smaller unit, man. I mean, we could get it going, but man, it would take us forever. So now all we gotta do is we just gotta drop this off, right? Grab our forks, hook them up. Well, if I can hook them up. Yeah, hook them up, okay? Not a problem. Yeah, there we go. Now all I gotta do is just back up. And we just gotta unstrap a couple of these bad boys. Let's see. And we'll just, you know, unstrap them all just in case, because I don't know what's gonna get hung up. And then all I have to do is, you know, grab one and go lift it above it. So, you know, how difficult can it be? All right, get it level. And, oh. There we go. Grab that, and fortunately for us, this is a dirt road. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Yeah, balance out. Okay. So, yeah, weight is going to be, you know, weight and gravity's not our friend. Well, and it's probably because it's right on the end of the forks, right? But there we go. We'll top that off. And we should be able to get the other one that took half, right? Well, the one that took half is still strapped. Yo, come here. Let go. There we go. Try this again. Oh, am I gonna be able to get this because it's in a dip? Oh man, maybe I should have parked it on the road. All right, I think I can do this. I think I can. I'm like the little train that could. I think I can. I think I can. Yep. All right, just yep. Lift it up. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And this should just top it off completely, right? If my math is right and I read the manual, this should completely top it off. Oh, hang on a second. It wasn't empty. It wasn't completely empty. That's right. All right. Well, we're gonna put this on the end. So we got a full one and 16%. All right, no big deal. There we go. Just kind of nudge it. Kind of, you know what? Oh, good enough for, no, not good enough for government work. Let go of it. Your brother saying I wasn't very good at this. This is why. This is exactly why I was telling you I'm not very good at this. All right. Yep. All right. Here. No. Nudge it. There we go. Good enough. Yay. All right. So all I gotta do is hook this bad boy back up, and we'll get back in the field. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. We got the field completed. The farmer will be happy with us. That's one contract under our belt, and hopefully as we do more contracts, the local farmers will become a little more, what's the word, not hesitant to give us future work, right? You know, we'll let our work be our reputation, and we'll do good work. Now all I gotta do is just, you know, get close enough. Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at the map. And okay, I think we're gonna go down here to this one right here, because I'm not sure if we've got enough fertilizer to do this. So let's do this one next, and then if we have to get more fertilizer, it's closer to the shop. So we'll go ahead and do that. Let's get the forks kind of folded up just a little bit. That way we're not let's make sure we get everything lashed down, and we'll go ahead and head over to the next job, and yeah, I'll see y'all there when we get there. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, it's beautiful country out here. We've made it to the next field, so I'm gonna go ahead and get everything set up. And we'll go into the field, we'll set our GPS, and we'll be off and running. And just like that, another happy customer. Well, I'm assuming he's gonna be happy. The job is completed. All right, let's pick up the forks. Oh, there we go. And we'll back up into the trailer, maybe. All right, let me get my backup camera so I can see where I'm going. Oh, good Lord. All right. A little at a time, Jab. Just a little at a time. And there we go. All right, let's take a look at the phone. And let's see where we're going. Ah, we're just going down the street down here. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I got a little rumbly in my tumbly. It's almost lunchtime, right? We got started early this morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna head to the shop, right? We're gonna top off what we got, and we're gonna buy probably a couple more bags of fertilizer. And I'm gonna see if I can find a gas station around here somewhere to get some roller food. All right, we're back from the gas station. We got some hot dogs and Mountain Dew and a pack of chips, right? That was lunch for today. We topped off the we topped off the oh good Lord, English is such a hard language to speak. We topped off the fertilizer spreader, and we got 2 more bags of fertilizer, so we're down to 21,329. This is a very interesting field. There's a row of trees going down through there. I don't know if that's wetlands down there or if that's a brook or whatever, but we'll figure it out. So we're gonna go ahead and get this knocked out as quickly as we possibly can. We're gonna go as fast as we can, but we're not gonna take any shortcuts, right? We're gonna take pride in our work, but we'll get her done. All right, we got to fill back up. So here's 1 bag. I'm gonna have to put it back on the trailer, all right? All right, hang on a second. Let's get the second bag in here. Yo, talk to me, Goose. There we go. All right, let's get back into the field. And just like that, we are done. All right. This was relatively painless. I was pretty happy with the way this work turned out on this fertilizer. I'm really liking this setup. She's getting dirty. We're gonna have to clean her up. But other than that, it's working perfect for us. Would I like to have more capacity and not have to refill it quite as often? Absolutely, I would. But on the other hand, when you're balling on a budget, I can't complain. You know, we got to start off somewhere, and this is a good place to start. All right, let's get our forks back on us. All right, and let's see if I can back this bad boy up. One shot, right? One shot. Yeah. Do that. Tie everything down. Let's look at our phone and let's clear the contracts out and get our money from Zelle. So we have completed that one and that one and that one. All right. Hey, look at that. We're sitting at 52,677. This is good. Let's take a look at the contracts and see if there's any more contracts that we could possibly pick up. There is another fertilizing contract. There's some bale wrapping, some baling, harvesting contracts, which we can't do because of the simple fact we don't own a hoeing contract. All right, what is hoeing? Oh, there's small weeds. We've got 2 for a good amount of money. We've got 2 there for tedding, and we've got 1 that's for weeding. All right, first things first. Let's take a look at the map, right? We need to find a place for us to call home. And I am thinking that this right here is gonna do what we need. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna drive over here and we're gonna give it a looky-loo, right? We're gonna see on here, it looks very small, but it size is deceiving. So let's go ahead and head over there and see what it looks like when we get there. All right, guys, we made it to the plot of land. It's just this grass of field right here. It's not the biggest grass plot of field. However, it's big enough to serve our needs and we can afford it. We could basically put, something down to sleep. We can park our equipment here. We could probably get a small shed and make a temporary yard out of it. So I think, yeah, let's go ahead and purchase it for $20,000. I feel like this is our best bet for right now. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, cool. We have a place. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and see if we can get something to sleep in. So let's see, not sheds, farmhouses, and my options are, hey, this is what we need for right now, right? We just need a tent for right now, right? It's fine. It's August. We'll be okay. There we go. It's not much, but it's ours, right? We have something to sleep in. All right. It's a little after 1 in the afternoon. Let's see if we can find a little bit more work. There are some more fertilizing contracts, and I'm debating on the fertilizing contracts, or do we look at, there was a hoeing, right? So there's a hoeing contract. Well, you know what? Let's go to the shop and let's find out how much a hoe costs, and will it work with what we have? I'm not 100% sure, but we'll look at the options. If not, we can always do another fertilizing contract. It's it's half a dozen one way or the other. And all right, what's going on here? Hang on a second. We've got the car broke down. Not exactly sure why you're in that lane, but hey, more power to you. We'll just go around it, and man, I hope Johnny Law didn't see us run that stop sign. All right, I'll see you guys at the shop. All right, guys, we're at the shop. I'm gonna go ahead and go into the shop real quick and let's see what we can do for hose. All right, so hose are under weeding, and let's see what we got here. We've got this option for $12,000, and what's the horsepower? 85 horsepower. Okay. We've got this option. It's 160 horsepower. Too big for us, and that's about it. So basically 12 grand is what it's going to cost us. I think at this point the more prudent thing to do is to go ahead and take another fertilizing contract, which is exactly what I did. We're going up to field 1. It's up here in the corner of the map, you know, over here by field 8 where we were working earlier. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna grab our trusty setup. We'll head over there, and I'll see y'all here in a minute. While I'm at it, I need to give a shout out to the farmhands, so let me go ahead and do that right now. Yo, I want to give a shout out to all the farmhands out there. You guys' support and love is amazing. It inspires me to continue to make content for you guys, and you guys rock. All right, guys, we've made it to the field. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I think we got enough time to get this knocked out before dinner. So let's go ahead and, oh, whoa. All right, hang on a second. I really don't want to go out in the field with my arms on. I think that's bad luck. I don't know. That's what I'm going to say. It's bad luck. We're not going to do it. All right, let's go in here. Let's go ahead and get our GPS open. Steering assist, please, and thank you. You know what? We only need one headland. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. Hit that. And hit this, hit that, and put the throttle in, and we're off and running. Alrighty. Well, another satisfied farmer. No, don't tip over. All right, let's get out of the field. Man, I feel like we've had a very productive day. You know, I'm ready to head back to, head back to town and see if we can find, a truck stop or something where I can get a shower and a hot meal. But before we do that, we need to, come here. Yeah, pick those up. And let's get the trailer. And I'm going to hook all this up. We're going to head over to the yard. I'll see you guys at the tent. Well, it looks like Mother Nature has a rainstorm in store for me. So Maybe I can just shower outside. The neighbors probably won't appreciate that too terribly much. All right, let's go ahead and get into here. All right, so we're back here. Let's go ahead and get paid. All right, we'll collect the money. There we go. All right, guys, so we're sitting at $36,520. Not bad at all. We've got a piece of land. We've got a place to sleep. We've got a tractor, fertilizer spreader, a trailer, and forks to be able to do stuff. I feel like we're sitting in a very good position at this point. So at this point, I think this is a good place to hunker down for the evening, because I'm getting wet. I need to get something to eat. So I'm going to go ahead and take a break. All right, guys, if you made it this far and you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, right? Leave a like, suggestions, comments. What do you think we should do next? What piece of equipment do you think we should purchase next to be able to make some more contract money? Fertilizer and lime is cool, and we're good there, but you know, we need other ways of making money. So I'm down for suggestions. All right, guys, if I don't see you between now and then, have a fantastic week, and as always, happy farming.